We making any progress in getting fear levels high enough to make a sustainable bottom, JJ?
Well, Joe, I don't think so. I think we can stay in this range for a long time. And, as you guys are reporting every single day, we've seen this elevated VIX all year long. And I think that, as your lead in talking about how retail investors, one of the interesting things we've seen is them go from the individual names to a lot of the index-based ETFs. And one of the reasons I think you're seeing that overall is because in the past, you had two things in the past couple of years that really worked in the favor of people's higher interest in the market. Number one, when volatility would spike, it would come back off shortly thereafter, giving some trading opportunities for people. This is a little bit tougher trading environment for a lot of people where VIX is in, let's face it, a little tighter range, never much above 30, never much below 26. Maybe you could expand that out a little bit on each side, but not significantly. And the other really big thing, Joe, is there's no individual name story that gets people really excited. If you think about one of the phenomenons of the last couple of years, it was that there were a lot of individual names with interesting news that got people excited about the stock. Now, there's still some individual names with interesting news, but unfortunately, a lot of it's a little bit more negative or nothing that really gets people really excited to buy those stocks. Even the traditionally exciting stocks like Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, yes, that's where people are investing their money. But Tesla, maybe not as much as they were in the past. Apple and Microsoft are always stalwarts of where the retail investor goes. But those individual names aren't sustaining that news and aren't sustaining that interest like they have over the last couple of years.
Companies don't have to change their forecast right before they report, do they?
They don't have to do anything.
So it's June 30th. It's the end of the quarter. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're entering earnings season soon. Is that?
Yes, we are. I believe not next week, but the following week of July 11th.
We've got a few data points today. RH. There's been others, and a lot of these companies, they say that business got bad fairly quickly, and we've already had some of the retailers that aren't necessarily reporting on calendar quarters. And we've seen some scary, whether it's input costs or just, sales or whatever. But this could be not a great reporting season, Joe. And I'm sure that, analysts, if companies don't talk to analysts, they don't know what to do, half these sell-side guys.
Well, I think the companies, I think one of the things we've learned in the past few weeks, they will talk to analysts because you still want to tell your story. Be it a great story or be it a story where it's like, hey, here's what we have to do for the next couple of quarters so that when things do turn around, we are in a position to do so. So to your point, what I think it makes it more important is what are the CEOs and CFOs going to say in these meetings? Overall, more important really than the earnings that came out, because as you said, it seems as over the last 6 weeks, there's been a sea change on everything. How many times over the last 6 weeks have you got on and talked about a company laying off or not hiring over the last 6 weeks compared to as much as you did the entire year previously? I'm going to guess it's pretty close. And so I think that that's been one of the strangest sea changes we've seen overall, is that companies are tapping the brakes and in some cases slamming the brakes a little bit in terms of what they're planning on in the future, which is significantly different than anything we've seen. And let's face it, there's, many younger people who have never truly seen times where we slow down significantly. So I think that the picture that's laid out in the earnings call becomes the most important part of what companies are going to do to keep people from this fear state of, oh my God, the world's ending.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.